area. At least now, which is I mean, New York gaming. And
Everyone's
overall,
supporting their local scenes. It's
grinding.
so nice to see, man.
All right, so who are these two players we got coming up? What's going on?
All right, so on the right we have Ippo. Ippo being our premier cloud main for Long Island. Bit interesting in that, you know, in the previous game, saying someone was a cloud main, it was a dime a dozen.
Right.
It was like
Everyone's, yeah.
everyone had cloud.
Sure.
We knew Ippo just because he was a funny guy.
Right.
He's a good guy, he's good cloud, but everyone's moved away from the character with Ultimate. Everyone's finding new mains. Everyone's
still
not
good,
liking
though.
Cloud. He is.
He's still really
very
good.
People sleep on that character way too hard. And
I agree.
Ippo, he's reminding people on a weekly basis, like, you cannot let this character rest.
I literally think his forward B is one of the most underrated tools in the game. He has a nasty sword game, but he can put onus on you with a ranged projectile. Granted, his sword is not as long as Ike and some of the other characters, especially Chrom, which we're seeing a lot of. However, it's still got great range, and he's got a projectile game as well.
Yeah, there's so many tools in Cloud's kit that you have to be careful of. He has no issue with getting damage down, and he kills super easy.
Right.
Like, none of that has changed. He has to be a bit more careful about how he goes about killing now, because limit's been changed a bit.
Right.
Most importantly, there's a 15-second timer on once you have limit. If you don't use it, it just dissipates. It just goes.
But it doesn't go to zero. It dissipates slowly.
No.
It dissipates instantly?
It just snaps away.
Wow. So you have to rebuild if you don't use it. So you have a 15-second window to basically pick the perfect time to use it.
Yep.
And go from there.
Yep.
Interesting.
It makes it difficult to... So
previously it was unlimited? Is that what it was?
Yeah, you would get it, you would charge it up, you'd have it, and you
Gotcha.
just let it loose as soon as you wanted to.
Sure.
Now, you have to think about it. So, do you want to charge limit now? Do you want to have it when you don't want to use it? And then if you have it, do you want to use it? Do you want to use it before it runs out?
So you mean you have to use the character?
Yeah.
You have to actually think of what you want to do.
And using the character, now, mind you, this isn't a punishment. Cloud still has amazing normals.
Right. But I'm saying that you can't just hoard it, and be like, all right, now I'm getting a kill guaranteed. You have to be able to pick that play style, pick when to get in to use it effectively.
Yep. And on the other side, we have Long Island's own Pichu. This is Billy Schilly.
Character's a weasel.
Yes, this character you cannot sleep on. He's regarded as, there are people who are saying he's one of the best characters in the game.
His hitbox alone makes him insanely hard to difficult with. He has the same pressure as Pikachu, speed, power, but you can't hit him.
Like, on top of that, there's a balance on him in that because he's weaker, because he hurts himself,
right?
Because he is the lightest character in the game, bar none, a lot of his hits have a bit more stun to them, have a bit more damage. It is deadly.
His moves hurt him. I never realized that.
Yeah, the way that the game explains it is that Pichu's so young, he doesn't know how to control his electricity.
Power, so it kind of, it makes sense.
It's cute, but in reality...
So he's trade off with stun and power?
Yeah, he hits hard, he locks you down because there's actually an additional multiplier to electrical moves in Smash. They add a little bit more hit stun. Because of that, Pichu has no issue with securing his kills through his combos, and you can already see how much damage he's managed to put down on Ippo, despite not getting that many hits. He's been occupying a lot of space and making it hell for Ippo to move around on the stage, but this character hurts, man.
Definitely does. However, though, he's still sitting at 110%, but it's been Ippo who is in the lead right now on the stock, but this is where it's going to get going, and this could be it. Nope, not just yet. Nice DI from Ippo there.
Yeah, you're going to see percentages flying in this. Whenever Pichu is involved, I wouldn't blame you for thinking that Billy Schilly is having the hardest time in the world here, but in reality, he hasn't been hit too much.
Right. It's more of him doing his damage from himself from being on the offense. Ooh! What?
So I like the fact that Billy used Skullbash as a mix-up for recovery. That was cute. The fact that it killed Ippo the way that it did, it brought us back to square one. That's all I'm going to say.
His hitbox went to the other side of him. Hit him on the pass-through. Interesting style there. However, it's still anyone's game. 2 stock apiece, 6:20 remaining on the clock. And so far, you know, Ippo, you got to be happy if you're Ippo. You seem like you're kind of getting dominated on the boards. However, you're right there to Pichu hurting himself. And this is where Pichu gets ahead because now he's got the percentage advantage.
We see Ippo just using the up B just for the sake of recovery, but look at how much damage it's put on. Look at how far it sent Billy after hitting him. It's like...
Nice parry coming out there from Billy Schilly as he is sitting there, 129% on the cloud. And he's been dominating the game with his Pichu. Uh-oh.
Pichu's just able to confirm his hits so confidently because he just takes up a decent amount of space. Despite him being super small, he's incredibly fast. and he's able to move very well.
Another character with massive hitbox and high priority on his moves, especially his in-air moves. And like you said, so does that electricity stun game, I'd assume it also applies to Samus? Because it feels like that when at least you get hit with her electricity. It seems like there's a lot of
any move that has that particle effect. So like Samus's
Neutral
grab
B.
when it's used as an attack hitbox.
In the air.
Yes.
Okay.
The neutral B whenever that lands. A lot of Pikachu's moves that also involve electricity. There's few moves here and there across the cast, but Pichu and Pikachu are the ones who have it the most. And because they're very fast, they can take advantage of it the most.
Ippo getting that limit break just about to go off. However, he has 64% on him. Wastes that forward B attack, especially the limit break there.
That's what I was saying earlier is like, yeah, Ippo may have gotten his limit charged, but he didn't have any percentage on Billy, so there was really no call to using it. He may as well have just thrown it out there for the sake of getting damage, and if you lost it, didn't really mean much, or else he really wasn't going to be able to do anything with it.
Well, so far, he's been able to recover and has put 74% onto Billy, despite still looks to be losing the fight. However, right here on the edge, invincibility will get Billy Schilly out of that one.
Excellent patience from Billy. Gets him away from the limit cross slash. However, turnaround forward smash. Excellent reading from Billy. This has just been such a strange match. Everything's been going back and forth so wildly.
That sword hitbox, massive, and this could hurt. Wow, and just like that, and that right there is the biggest downfall to any super light glass cannon character, right?
Yep.
Like you can look like you're winning the entire time, which it did. Billy Schilly was playing great, literally dominating the stage, dominating the character matchup, everything. But somehow it's Ippo who walks away with the win.
I mean, listen, that's why we call them glass cannons.
Right.
It's like he's packing a punch. He's able to kill, no issue, but he's light as a feather. He gets touched, it's going to hurt.
Man, we saw it right there live, and it looks to be like a run back. Billy, let's see if he changes here. Any other characters? No. He'll go right back to the Pichu.
Yeah, to my knowledge, he's only been sticking Pichu.
Right.
And given what I've seen out of this character, in the meta sense, there is no reason to not play Pichu. He's a solid character. He's able to put out tons of damage.
And we're going strength +1 as we go to the Pokemon Stadium. 37% here to start things off. Good block coming out from Pichu. Billy Schilly. Man, this character's all over you all the time. You really don't have a second to breathe.
Ooh.
Wow, down B coming out from Billy.
Not able to breathe anymore after that stock. A phenomenal start from Billy Schilly. And he can bring this even further because we see the start of all of these stocks has just been Ippo on the receiving end of these corner carry combos.
It's like as soon as Ippo starts getting things going, this is going to be a good forward B, though. Any damage onto this Pichu is really beneficial for Ippo. But it just seems like every time he gets going, Billy finds an answer quickly, like jumping over his sword and landing behind his head. Limit break, though, available for Ippo.
Excellent roll reads twice in a row. Ippo was going to get cooked for those. And Billy only sitting with 89 and counting on him. Relatively speaking, that's almost nothing. Majority of that percentage has been dealt from Billy on his own half.
Literally has just been in total control. Ippo going for that up B again. Does take a little bit of damage off of Billy Schilly, but look at this, 124%. And hey, they say Pichu's a glass cannon, but he's at 125 and still hanging on. So I don't know how much it could be.
Yeah, I mean, when you couple in the fact that the stage fairly large on the side blast zones, good DI, it's going to keep the character around for quite some time.
Billy
and then neutrally sniping him out for a 3-stock.
Wow, I mean, geez, that is a... Here's the thing, though. If you're Ippo, you go back to the selection screen here for a second, take your breather, you stick with Cloud. You won the first set. Granted, now that was a beatdown. And it looks like Billy Schilly learned a little bit of something. However, it's now your turn to counterpick the stage, and this is where you have to go. Where do you think they go?
So they're hovering Yoshi's Story. They're going to go to Yoshi's Story. I actually like this pick a lot for Ippo, just because the stage itself is big.
Okay.
It's a big stage. The blast zones on it they're to scale. They're not big in themselves. They're actually rather small, but a lot of the stage itself is what's occupying the space. Cloud doesn't have that big of an issue with controlling this. He especially likes triplats because of how well his aerials are able to contest the space. And then, as far as the base stage goes, he's able to make good enough use of it. I think it's good enough for the fact that he's picking it against Pichu. Pichu is going to have a bit of a harder time with controlling the space because of the triplats moving around those, and then the curved ledges. It's going to add another level of complexity to controlling the ledge.
But you know, Pichu doesn't really have to worry about that too much. As far as his projectile game go, that might affect some characters. However, Pichu has that level homing projectile along with Pikachu, like we just saw right there. However, so far, Mista and Ippo is what I mean by that. Doing it right this one so far.
The limit cross slash was a good option from Ippo, but we saw Billy peel away as soon as that came out. And even though he went in with a pre-committal down smash,
Right.
keeping himself safe. Ippo swinging for the fences, though. He's going to get it with the up smash.
And I am never not going to be a fan of that. Sometimes you just need to put it on the screen. As we're seeing Ippo take away this first life. Oh, but that's going to be a big punishment from Billy. Unable to capitalize here as Ippo still getting 30% despite being up a stock.
And here's where we're seeing the stage counter pick really come into favor for Ippo because it's a bit more ground that Billy has to cover. And even though Pichu is relatively quick, it's still just more space he's got to go through and gives Ippo a lot more time to recover, a lot more time to respond.
6:36 on the clock here, and I love what we're seeing from Ippo. He's using that forward B so much more now. Quick recovery moves. He changed from going from the home run swing every time to actually just back air, short hop, land forward B, nair, short hop, land forward B, and he's keeping Billy super at bay. And this is what Billy's been waiting for, but just like that, Ippo stuffing it.
Ippo's not afraid to put out hitboxes when push comes to shove.
Sure.
He's always been like that, but Cloud in this game seems to reward that style of play more. And Ippo has said on multiple occasions how he loves how Cloud feels because it fits more to his personal style. And he really gets a chance to show that. We're seeing plenty of that here.
This has just been such an interesting set. I mean, it's 1-1, but this game has just, oh, what a parry.
Parry on the final hit that would have ended up breaking his shield, but getting the forward tilt right out of it, a phenomenal option. And just like that, starting to teeter things back a little bit.
Right.
It's not out of the realms of possibility for Billy to take this back, but being he's on his last stock, he's got to be a bit careful about what moves he throws out.
And so far, you know, I just love Ippo is just playing so patient right now. Literally, all the damage, the knockout he's done, everything we're seeing is coming off a forward special, forward B. Right now, Billy Schilly, he's got a lot of work to do, and it could start right here. Oh, boy.
I love how Billy was able to check a lot of where Ippo wanted to go with neutral air. It takes up a good amount of space. It's very quick. And it leaves Billy in an opportunity where he could read the next step, figure out where he's going to go, and punish accordingly. We saw the forward smash ended up following that up, but now look at this. We're getting the same chain again.
Billy Schilly can literally walk away. The game looked totally out of it just a second ago. And Billy Schilly can walk away with this victory. And he can start right here off the back throw. All right, there goes a ledge grab from Ippo. He'll get back on the stage. Billy Schilly, though, forward airs coming out as he ledge guards here.
Goes for the grab. He's going to whiff it. He's going to eat a back air for it, but good DI is going to keep him alive. Ippo almost has his limit.
That nair once again coming out, Frank.
This is such a tight battle, and both of these guys are playing it so well. Now sitting in control of the ledge. Going to see the limit cross ledge. It's going to shield poke and fire away, and just like that, they're going to shake hands. It was a firm handshake, too. They were both hyped for that one.
They're both amped, no question about it. Pichu, rightfully so, probably a little mad after that one. What did he go for? Did he go for a parry there or something and then ate it?
No, what happened was, shields don't have as much health in this game.
Right, and they decay.
Yeah, they decay.